Fine.
Great. Okay, so here it is. Great. So we have read till this part, and now we have this text. So who wants to start to read? Nikita. Just raise your
I
hand
can
if you
start.
want to read, and you can start.
But all the prince called she was Cinderella. They laughed and talked, and they danced some more. In fact, they danced for so long, then Cinderella did not see the clock. Але всі принци хотіли побачити попелюшку. Вони сміялися та говорили, вони танцювали більше. Чи це ж так перекладається?
Да, тільки тут один принц, і тут перекладається якби початок. Все, що бачив принц, це Сіндереллу. Попелюшку.
Все, що він бачив принц, бачив тільки Сіндереллу. Попелюшку. Вони сміялися, говорили, вони танцювали більше і більше. Факт. Вони танцювали довго, так, що Сіндерелла, попелюшка, не бачила годинник. Don't say the clock. Don't сказав годинник. Не сказав, а прогудів. Годинник. Дзинь. Cinderella looked up. Junk when the clock came. Попелюшка підняла свій погляд наверх. Дінг. Ще раз сказали часи, тукнули, чи я не знаю, як сказати. Надзвонили. She looked up again. Oh my, she cried out. It's almost midnight. Don't crank the clock. Why does that matter? Said the prince. Вона дивилася знову. О, ні. Вона почала плакати. Зараз майже 0 годин. Я забув, як називається. Північ. Північі. Донк, прогуділи ще годинник. Чому ти переживаєш? Запитав принц.
Okay. I see that...
Там далі ще так все. Я
No. I see that a new girl joined.
Тому...
I can see her. Where is she? Okay. She left the meeting. Okay. Кирило. Yeah.
Okay. Dong called the clock. Yes. I must go, said Cinderella. Dong went the clock. But we just meet, said the prince. Why leave now? Dong rang the clock. I must go, said Cinderella. She ran to the steps. Dong, said the clock. I cannot hear you, said the prince. The clock is too loud. Dong rang the clock. Goodbye, said Cinderella. Up the stairs she ran. Dong went the clock. Please stop for a moment, said the prince. Oh dear, she said, as one glass slipper fell off her foot on the stair. But Cinderella kept running up.
Okay, let's translate.
Бам, сказали часи. Визвали звук такий. Я не знаю, як це.
Можна сказати, що задзвонив годинник. Ось так.
Задзвонив годинник. Я повинна йти, сказала Синдрела. Донг задзвонив годинник. Але ми просто зустрілися. Чому йдеш зараз? Донг дзвонять часи, годинник. Я повинна йти, сказала Сіндрела. Вона побігла по сходам. Данг, продзвонив годинник. Я не можу чути тебе, сказав принц. Годинник занадто гучний. Донг продзвонив годинник. До побачення, сказала Сіндрелла. Вверх, по
Сходах.
сходах вона бігла. Донг продзвонив годинник. Будь ласка, остановись на хвилиночку, сказав принц. О, о, е, о,
О, дорогий.
О, дорогий, сказала вона сказала
Як один
один який
скляний.
скляний тапочок, типу,
Угу.
спав з її ноги на сходи, але Сіндрелла продовжувала бігти вверх.
Okay, thank you, Кирило. I see a new girl, Alessandra. Yes, you have joined us. Alessandra, can you hear me?
Знаєте, ось...
Александра?
No, as I see here was Quilda or something like that. I can see her. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Lena has joined us. Lena, hello, can you hear me?
Є.
Oh, Lena, hello.
Я дивлюся, ще є.
Hello.
Потім дивлюся, вже нема часу. Вже запізнилась.
It's okay, don't worry. We continue to read Cinderella.
Ми тільки нещодавно почали, заняття почалося о 16:30, не о 16, тому ти не сильно запізнилася все. All is fine. All is
Yeah.
ok.
Okay, so let's continue. Lena, will you read this part?
Окей. Dank, said the clock. Please wait a moment, said the princess. Don't ring the clock. Goodbye, Cinderella. Turned one last time. Then she rushed out the door. Dang, the clock was cute.
Quiet.
But it was midnight. Wait, called the princess. He picked up her glass slipper and rushed out the door. Перекладати?
Так.
А як перекладати данк?
Дон, це коли дзвонить
Це
годинник.
Ну, це
Дон.
думк ось цей, ну.
Я
Звук.
зрозуміла. Сказав годинник. Будь ласка, почекай хвилинку, сказала принцеса.
Принц.
Принц. Донг. Знову
Задзвонив годинник.
годинник. До побачення, Синтерела. Атьорнет. Повернулася в ту ж хвилину.
Останній раз. Last
Останній
time.
раз.
Угу.
І потім вона
Вибігла.
за двері.
Угу.
Донг сказав годинник
Ні,
тихо.
годинник вже був тихий, тобто закінчився.
Це вже північ.
Угу.
Почекай, крикнула Синдерела. Вона
Ні, крикнув принц.
крикнув принц. Він
Підняв.
підняв її
Скляний.
туфлю і
Вибіг.
вибіг на двір.
За двері, так. Окей, thank you. Олександр.
Mhm. He looked around, but couldn't see her blue dress anywhere. This is all I have left from her, he said, looking down at the glass slipper. He saw that it was made in a special way to fit a foot like none other. Somewhere there is the other glass slipper, he said, and when I find it, I will find her too. Then I will ask her to be my bride. From hut to hut, from house to house, went the prince. A young woman after another tried to fit her foot inside the glass slipper, but none could fit. And so the prince moved on. At last, Prince came to Cinderella's house. He's coming, called one stepsister, and she looked out the window. At the door, screamed the other stepsister. Quick, yelled the stepmother. Get ready. One of you must be the one to fit your foot in that slipper, no matter what. The prince knocked. The stepmother flew open the door. Come in, she said. I have two lovely daughters for you to see. The first stepsister tried to place her foot in the glass slipper.
Okay, let's translate this part.
Він дивився навколо і не міг знайти її голубу сукню. Це все, що в мене лишилося від неї, сказав він, дивлячись вниз на скляний, слово забув українською.
Ну, туфелька, але я не знаю, теж, мені здається, українською якось
туфлю.
по-іншому.
Ні, туфелька.
А хай буде так.
Туфелька.
Він побачив, що вона була зроблена так, щоб
Вона була зроблена
Знову
особливим способом, що підходить тільки одній, тобто нікому більше не підходить.
одній стопі. Десь має бути інша скляна туфелька, сказав він. І коли я її знайду, я знайду і її теж. Потім...
Вибачте, я переб'ю, але я пошукав в інтернеті, каблук так і буде.
Ні, туфлі я також глянула, туфлі української є.
Туфлі, ну, напевно, просто різні перекладачі, все. Вибачте, sorry.
Thank you.
Потім я попрошу її стати моєю нареченою. З хатини до хатини, з дому до дому перейшов принц. Одна молода жінка після іншої намагалися вмістити свою ногу в скляну туфельку, але жодній вона не підходила. І принц йшов далі і далі. І в кінці принц прийшов до дому попелюшки. Він йде, прокричала одна з зведених сестер, коли дивилися в вікно. Коло двері, закричала інша. Швидше, закричала мачуха. Переготуйтеся. Одна з вас повинна бути тією, хто вмістить свою ногу в цю туфельку.
Немає значення як.
Немає значення як. Принц постучав у двері, і мачуха швидко їх причинила. Заходьте, вона сказала. А в мене є дві прекрасні дочері для вас. Перша зведена сестра намагалася помістити свою ногу в скляну туфельку.
Thank you, Alexander. How Олексій?
She tried hard, but just would not fit. Then the second stepsister tried to fit her foot inside. She tried and tried with all her might too, but no dice. Are there no other young women in house? Said the prince. None, none, said the stepmother. Then I must go, said the prince. Maybe there is one more, said Cinderella, stepping into the room.
Let's translate.
Вона пробувала,
Дуже старалася.
дуже старалася, але нічого не виходило. Друга сестра старалася запихнути свою ногу всередину, так. Вона старалась щосили також, але нічого не вийшло. Нема тут більше нікого молодшого, спитав принц. Ні, сказала мачуха.
Тоді
я піду, сказав принц. А тут є, можливо, тут є іще хтось,
одна.
сказала Попелюшка,
Заходячи
в кімнату.
Thank you, Олексій. Окей. Клим. Nikita, wait, you'll read them.
Де читати?
Ось, I thought.
I thought you said there were no other young woman here. Said the prince.
None.
None will matter. Said the stepmother in his. Come here, said the prince. Cinderella stepped up to him. The prince got down on a knee and tried the glass slipper on her foot.
Klim, did you study German before? Вчив німецьку колись?
Так, зараз я в Німеччині.
І зараз, напевно, вчиш?
Я теж в Німеччині.
Because as I see, Klim really reads like in German, this her or his. It's really like in German. Okay, maybe Nikita will translate this to help Klim.
Fine. Я сказав, що
Я
інші люди не можуть зрозуміти ось вперше.
Я думав, ви сказали, що тут більше немає жодної молодиці.
Жодної молодиці, сказав принц. А хто знає, сказав інший. Іди сюди, сказав принц. Попелюшка зупинила його.
Ні, підійшла до нього.
А там підійшла до нього. Принц спустився на коліно і віддав туфельку віддав,
Ні, якби навіть одягнув їй.
одягнув її.
Окей. Ліна?
It full perfectly. Then from her rocket, Cinderella took out something. It was the other glass slipper. I knew it. He cried.
Right.
You are the one. What? Shouted the stepsister. Not here. Screamed the other stepsister. This cannon by yelled the stepmother. But it was too late. The prince knew that Cinderella was the one. He looked into the eyes. He did not see the children. Cinderella's in her hair or the ashes on her face. I have found you, he said. And I have found you, said Cinderella. Це прекрасно.
Ідеально підходить.
Це ідеально підходить. Згодом
Попелюшка дістала дещо.
Здала дещо. Це було інша туфелька. Я знаю це. Я знаю тебе, він сказав.
Ні, я знав це. Я знав.
Я знав це. Ти одна з них. Що? Сказала прийомна сестра.
Зведена.
Прийомна.
Зведена сестра. Це не вона. Сказала інша зведена сестра.
Це не може бути.
Це не може бути. Сказала,
Мачуха.
як оголосила прийомна мати. Зведена мати.
Мачуха.
Мачуха. Я все вже позабувала. Але
Було пізно.
було пізно. Принц знав, що це Синдерелла, одна з них. Він подивився на її очі. Він не бачив в неї Синдереллу, в її волосся і або в її обличчі. Я тебе знайшов, сказав він, і я знайшла тебе, сказала Синдерелла.
Okay, good. Great, let's... So the last sentence I'll read for you. And so Cinderella and the prince were married and they lived happily ever after. Who wants to translate?
Дайте ви.
Do you want me to translate?
Yes.
Ну, can Lina?
You can.
I can.
You must.
Синдерелла, Попелюшка та принц поженились. Одружилися. І вони жили довго та щасливо.
Yeah, you're right.
Good.
Okay, so now I suggest us let's listen at first and read the text, and then we are going to watch a video. What do you think?
Maybe we'll
Good
go to
idea.
find some more tasks to do.
I don't think that here's some tasks.
Maybe
Maybe watch video.
at the internet, maybe in internet we can find some
Yeah,
easy
maybe.
Там
quests
хоча б є
about
картинка.
puzzles
Let's
about
look.
it. I'm
Let's
fine.
look. Okay. Oh my God.
Okay, class. Who would like to do problem 3 on the board? Please don't be me. Please don't be me.
Cheers.
This is the fairy tale story of Cinderella.
Okay, I'll share my sound with you.
Yes, we can.
And
It is brought to you by Stories to Grow By. Once upon a time, a girl named Cinderella lived with her stepmother and 2 stepsisters. Poor Cinderella had to work hard so the others could rest. It was she who had to wake up each morning when it was still dark and cold to start the fire. It was she who cooked the meals. It was she who kept the fire going. The poor girl could not stay clean from all the ashes and cinders by the fire. "What a mess!" her 2 stepsisters laughed, and that is why they called her Cinderella. One day, big news came to town. The king and queen were going to have a ball. It was time for the prince to find a bride. All of the young ladies in the land were invited to come. They were wild with joy. They would wear their most beautiful gown and fix their hair extra nice. Maybe the prince would like them. At Cinderella's house, she now had extra work to do. She had to make 2 brand new gowns for her stepsisters. "Faster!" shouted one stepsister. "You call that a dress?" screamed the other. "Oh dear," said Cinderella, "when can I—" The stepmother marched into the room. "When can you what?" "Well," said the girl, "when will I have time to make my own dress for the ball?" "You?" yelled the stepmother. "Who said you were going to the ball?" "What a laugh," said one stepsister. "Such a mess!" They pointed at Cinderella. All of them laughed. Cinderella said to herself, "Maybe they see a mess when they look at me, but if I could, I would go to the ball." Soon the time came for the stepmother and stepsisters to leave for the big party. Their fine carriage came to the door. The stepmother and stepsisters hopped inside, and they were off. "Goodbye," called Cinderella. "Have a good time." But her stepmother and stepsisters did not turn to see her. "Oh, me," said Cinderella sadly. The carriage rode down the street. She said aloud, "I wish I could go to the ball too." Then, poof! All of a sudden, in front of her was a fairy. "You called?" said the fairy. "Did I?" said Cinderella. "Who are you?" "Why, your fairy godmother, of course, and I have come to grant your wish." "But," said Cinderella, "my wish is impossible." "Excuse me," said the fairy godmother in a huff. "Did I not just show up out of thin air?" "Yes, you did," said Cinderella. "Then let me be the one to say what is possible or not." "Well, then I will tell you," said Cinderella. "My stepsisters and stepmother just left for the ball. I wish I could go too." She looked down at her dirty clothes. "But look at me." "You do look a bit of a mess, child," said the fairy godmother. "Even if I had something nice to wear, I would have no way to get there," she said. "Dear me, all of that is possible," said the fairy godmother. And with that, she tapped her wand on Cinderella's head. At once, Cinderella was all clean. She was dressed in a beautiful blue gown. Her hair was set up high on her head inside a golden band. "This is wonderful," said Cinderella. "Who said I was done?" said the fairy godmother. She tapped her wand again. At once a beautiful carriage came to be, with a driver and 4 white horses. "Am I dreaming?" said Cinderella, looking around her. "It is as real can be," said the fairy godmother. "But there is one thing you must know." "What is that?" asked Cinderella. "All of this will last only to midnight. At the stroke of midnight tonight, it will all be over. Everything will back to how it was before. Then I must be sure to leave the ball before midnight, said Cinderella. Good idea, said the fairy godmother. She stepped back. My work is done. And with that, the fairy godmother was gone. The driver called out to Cinderella, Are you coming? She stepped into the carriage and they were off. Over at the ball, the prince did not know what to think. Why do you have that sad look on your face? The queen said to her son. Look around you. You could not ask for finer maidens than these. I know, mother, said the prince. Yet he knew something was wrong. He had met many of the young women. Yet after he had said hello, one by one, he could find nothing more to say. Someone pointed to the front door. Look, who is that? All heads turned. Who was that lovely maiden stepping down the stairs? She held her head tall and looked as if she'd belonged, but no one knew her. There is something about her, said the prince to himself. I will ask her to dance, and he walked over to Cinderella. Have we met? Said the prince. I am pleased to meet you now, said Cinderella with a bow. I feel as if I know you, said the prince, but of course that is impossible. Many things are possible, said Cinderella, if you wish it to be true. The prince felt a leap in his heart. He and Cinderella danced. When the song was over, they danced again, and then they danced again and yet again. Soon the other maidens at the ball grew jealous. Why is he dancing all the time with her? They said. How rude! But all the prince could see was Cinderella. They laughed and talked and danced some more. In fact, they danced for so long that Cinderella did not see the clock. Dong, said the clock. Cinderella looked up. Dong went the clock again. She looked up. Oh my, she cried out. It's almost midnight. Dong, rung the clock. Why does that matter? Said the prince. Dong, called the clock. I must go, said Cinderella. Dong went the clock again. But we just met, said the prince. Why leave so soon? Dong, rung the clock. I must go now, said Cinderella, and she ran to the steps. Dong, said the clock again. I cannot hear you, said the prince. The clock is too loud. Dong, rung the clock. Goodbye, said Cinderella. Up the stairs she ran. Dong, went the clock. Please, stop for a moment, said the prince. Oh dear, she said as one glass slipper fell off her foot on the stair. But Cinderella kept running. Dong, said the clock. Please, wait a moment, said the prince. Dong, rung the clock. Goodbye! Cinderella turned one last time, and then she rushed out the door. Dong! The clock was quiet. It was midnight. Wait! Called the prince. He picked up her glass slipper and rushed out the door. He looked around, but could not see her blue dress anywhere. This is all I have left from her, he said, looking down at the glass slipper. He saw that it was made in a special way, to fit a foot like none other. Somewhere there is the other glass slipper, he said, and when I find it, I will find her too, and I will ask her to be my bride. From hut to hut, from house to house went the prince. One young woman after another tried to fit her foot inside the glass slipper, but none could fit, and so the prince moved on. At last the prince came to Cinderella's house. He is coming, screamed one stepsister as she looked out the window. At the door, yelled the other stepsister. Quick, said the stepmother, get ready. One of you must be the one to fit your foot in that slipper, no matter what. The prince knocked. The stepmother flew open the door. Come in, she said. I have 2 lovely daughters for you to see. The first stepsister tried to place her foot in the glass slipper. She tried hard, but it just would not fit. Then the second stepsister tried to fit her foot inside. She tried and tried with all her might too, but no dice. Are there no other young women in this house? Said the prince. None, said the stepmother. Then I must go, said the prince. Maybe there is one more, said Cinderella, stepping into the room. I thought you said there were no other young women here, said the prince. None who matter, said the stepmother in a hiss. Come forward, said the prince. Cinderella stepped forward and sat before him. The prince got down on one knee and tried the glass slipper on her foot. It fit perfectly. Then, from her pocket, Cinderella took out something. It was the other glass slipper. "I knew it," he cried. "You are the one." "What?" shouted one stepsister. "Not her," yelled the other stepsister. "This cannot be," screamed the stepmother. But it was too late. The prince knew that Cinderella was the one. He looked into her eyes. He did not see the cinders in her hair or the ashes on her face. "I have found you," he said. "And I have found you," said Cinderella. And so Cinderella and the prince were married, and they lived happily ever after. The end. If you enjoyed this,
Okay, that's great. I have found a few games, just like it's not really games, but there is something. Let me show you just a second. Here one, and also here's one. So here we have like a text, but it is an exercise to practice past simple, if I'm not mistaken. Так, тобто, щоб потренуватися з граматикою, в принципі, можна, if you want.
Yes.
Yeah? Do you really want that? Yeah? Okay, so let's do this like one by one also. Like you read one sentence, only one, and say me what to put here. Like here, like once upon a time there, and we can see here be. In the
Was.
past, it is was. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God. Was. A young pretty girl who...
Had no matter.
Okay, so Nikita have done the first sentence. Who wants to do the next?
I can.
Okay, Lina.
Your name was Cinderella.
Okay. The next sentence, Kirilo.
Your father married
Okay.
a lady who had two daughters.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, who wants the next sentence? Just raise your hand. Alexander, maybe you?
Okay. Her stepmother didn't like her and only allowed her daughters who were.
Okay, thank you. The next sentence I see Nikita.
А в мене руки не піднята, але
I saw it before.
ну, fine. Cinderella was very unhappy. She always had to work. Вибачте, що сказав відразу два речення, але ну, тоді
It's okay.
ще пізніше відповіду далі.
Now I'll ask Олексій.
А де?
Ось тут one day there.
One day there.
Ти знаєш, як буде в минулому часі?
Там було зверху.
Do you know or not? Do you need maybe some help? Okay, Lina.
Вот. Там
Okay.
де, три стовпчика і там другий стовпчик. Потрібно туди дивитися.
Okay, Lina, will you do this like the next sentence?
Anastasia and Griselda bought new clothes.
But
But Cinderella was very sad because she did
didn't have.
didn't have any money.
Okay, Олександр.
Suddenly a fairy appeared.
Appeared. Нікіта.
She touched Cinderella with her magic wand, and Cinderella became a princess.
Thank you. Okay.
I can read it. She went to the palace and met the princess.
The prince.
The prince.
Uh,
They
okay.
maybe followed.
No. Anybody else? Do you know?
Через І.
No. Nikita, do you know?
Fell.
Fell. Oh my God, I forgot. Fell or felt? Felt, if I'm not mistaken.
Felt, мені здається, що це почуватися.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I forgot.
Я ж говорила, через Є.
Good job!
I'm sorry, I forgot, really, I forgot. I'm sorry.
In the
Як
love
буде
and
сарказм на англійській мові?
Like it's a sarcasm.
Sarcasm.
Yeah.
dance till 20 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay, finish. What do you want to do?
So check my
Answers.
answer.
Yeah, everything is correct. Really great.
Це було добре.
Okay, and as I
Давайте вже будемо відпочивати.
oh, maybe
Ні.
just to talk.
Yes.
No!
А як же поїсти?
Ну, 13 хвилин залишилося.
Можна ми відпочинемо?
Не можна.
Maybe I'll find some questions for us to discuss.
Ліна пропала.
Lino, where are you? I need to find some things. Oh my God, where is it?
I have an idea about next lesson. Ну, якщо ми обговоримо там, що будемо там далі робити, у мене з'явилася ось така ідея потім. скажу. Ну, наприкінці, добре? Можна буде?
You can tell it now if you want.
Окей, дивіться, ось ми читаємо. Може, ми можемо бути читати не тільки казки, а можемо і казки, і історії, і створити по ним завдання, які пов'язані з ними. Ну, наприклад, там тести, завдання, те, що тільки що ми робили, з різними історіями. І також можемо робити. Щоб перевірити, наскільки людина запам'ятала, ось ці дебати були. Пам'ятаєте, коли у нас були ось ці, ви за шопінг разом, чи ви шопінг за одну людину? Ви зрозуміли, так? Може, зробимо ось таке наступне, ось такого урок.
Yeah, I think we can do something like that. Or maybe the next time we'll talk about school. I don't really know.
Окей. Let's talk about school.
I'll think about this, but we'll see what we'll have for the next time. But now I have some questions to discuss. So,
Fine.
okay, here it is. If I'm not mistaken, we have read this. What do you do when you miss your bus or train? Yeah. I don't really remember.
Що ще?
Seek another bus or wait for next bus.
Це ми
Okay.
маємо Це ми маємо відповісти, так?
Да, да.
М,
Who wants to
I-
answer?
Я тільки поїзд.
Okay.
Взагалі я не пропускав автобуси і поїзди. На поїзді я взагалі не їхав, і на автобусі, ні, один раз катався в автобусі.
Once I have missed the bus when I was with my friends, but I just waited for another one and came home. Okay, let's maybe start from this one. What do you do when you don't have enough money to pay for your shopping?
We have two options. If we say we will need to pay this and we pay something, пізніше, я забув, як на-англійськи пізніше.
Later.
Later. And we will be pay later, or we will be check for discounts.
Я взагалі ніколи не шоплюсь.
Or just ask your parents to help you.
Це it's
Що ти робиш, коли ти не хочеш денег на шоп?
you think what do you create a situation in your brain, in your ти я не знаю, як сказати. Ти продумуєш в розумі таку статтю і відповідаєш. Я не знаю, у мене такого теж не було в реальному житті.
Okay, great. Alexander, maybe what do you have something to say?
Actually, when I don't have enough money to pay for my shopping, I don't do it. So
Yeah. Okay, great. Let's continue. What do you do when you get stuck in an elevator?
My friend was in this situation. She stuck in the elevator.
Oh my God.
She
And
was 10 years, or I forgot
Можна запитання?
how much years.
Будь ласка.
Так.
Добре.
Yeah, Олексій.
Уже можна виходити?
Yes, you can if you want. Yeah, Nikita, you can continue.
My friend was stuck in the elevator and she can't do nothing.
Oh my
If I
God.
was in this situation, I maybe say for help. I don't know what I need to say more. I think it's all.
I didn't have such situation.
Mom, yeah, I remembered. When was blackouts, we helped our neighbor. She stuck in the elevator when the light gets off, and she trapped in the elevator, and we helped.
Yeah, I had like I didn't stuck in elevator, but I had such situation once when my friend and I came to my flat in Kiev, we just opened the door of my flat, and when we come in, the electricity just went off, and we say like, oh my god, we're so lucky that we haven't got stuck in an elevator. It was like, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like really extremely. Okay, anybody else? Okay, nobody else. What do you do when you make up late and miss your alarm?
Будильник.
Yeah.
У мене, на жаль, я не знаю. I don't know why, but when I asked my friends 3 days ago, I wake up rano,
Early.
early. And she says why, and I started to wake up and 8. I don't know what is it, why it's, and I missed alarm, and I maybe do 3 hours to get to wake up for school.
I can
What about you? Did
I
you
can
have
tell you a
this
story.
okay?
This summer, I was in a military summer camp like this. And I was like an instructor there, and all instructors slept in one tent. So it was like a really big military tent, and we all slept there. And I set my alarm clock for 7 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. And in the morning, I got up not from my alarm clock, but when I heard one like really strict instructor said, "Whose alarm is this?" And I just woke up, turned off my alarm, and say nothing about that. I just woke. It was really funny when you hear when somebody says, "Whose alarm is this?"
You scammed.
Yeah, but in general, I do not miss my alarm, and like I have this biology clock when I get up every day at the same time, so I don't really need it. But that's the story. Okay, maybe
And
Alexander.
what about other?
Що ще?
Julieta.
А я взагалі будильник не заводжу.
Oh, that's cool.
Мене
I
мама
Are you
будить.
Do you wake up early or late?
Cool.
Клим was, if I
Ні,
don't know.
Олексій. Yeah,
Oh,
Олексій.
oh, sorry, I'm very sorry.
У мене є прекрасний годинник. Це мама.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
It's
Alexander,
super
maybe
alarm.
you add something?
It's super alarm.
Actually, I can't,
Why?
because I never missed my alarm, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Oh, I remember.
Never. No one.
You can't miss alarm if you don't use it.
Oh, okay.
It's very logic.
Cool.
Logic. Логично.
I remembered one situation when I was also like in Kiev. I was studying there, and I set the alarm, but I miss it. And it was morning, though I got up after that when I miss it, and I started to get dressed to do all these things. I did it really quickly, and went to the underground, to go to my place where I study. That's all. Okay, great. For today it's enough.
Yes.
So
Our next topic will be school.
yeah, we're going to discuss some questions, I suppose. And maybe to play something. I think it will be really nice. I think you'll like it.
Це буде в той же час, ще як раніше було.
It will be on Saturday, так? Це
Можна
буде
запитання?
Да, Олексій.
Можна виходить?
Можна.
Можна.
До побачення.
Goodbye, goodbye.
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 Yeah, goodbye. We'll have the next lesson on Saturday, but it will be maybe in the morning or in the afternoon. I'm not sure about that, but it will be on Saturday. Yeah.
Fine.
Goodbye.
Thank you for the lesson. Have a
Thank
nice
you
day.
for coming.
Has a last week